That probably sounded great. I had to move all my stuff over to the dresser because the kitten loves to knock shit off of things. Okay.
Okay, we're going to learn beginner basic guitar here. And this is the very first lesson. I'm going to show you how to do this. It's a very basic fingerstyle pattern that's used in a lot of songs, many songs. And if you know this pattern, you could be able to play a lot of different songs just by knowing that one finger pattern on the right hand. Okay? So 3 things you need to be able to do this lesson. Number 1, you need a guitar. So I want you to get your guitar out because we're going to learn it right now. Number 2, you need to be able to tune your guitar. Okay, and number 3, you need to be able to count to 4. So let's get right into the lesson. Okay, I hope you have your guitar in your hand because we're going to learn how to do this right now. First, I want to point out this is the first string, second string. It's hard to see because they're thin. Third string, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Okay? Now, for the first part of this, we're going to concentrate on the fourth and the third string. And this is all going to be with the thumb. First thing to do is to put your hand in kind of a claw, okay, like this. Kind of a claw, okay? Or make a circle with your hand, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the fourth string with our thumb. Okay, and you see these fingers are ready to go down here because we're going to use these too. So we're going to go like this. Just hit the fourth string with your thumb, just like so. Okay, so now I said if you can count to 4, you can do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to alternate the thumb. The thumb is going to be the only thing that's going to play here. We're going to alternate between the fourth string and the third string. Okay, so just like this. We're going to count it too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, play along with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add a note, okay? And it's going to be an and. So we're going to count it 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, this is what we're going to learn. 2 and 3, 4. Now we're hitting this with the second string with our index finger. So we're going 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. I hope you're playing along with me. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Let's go even slower. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Real slow. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, we're going to add a note now. With this finger right here, the middle finger, we're going to hit string number 1, okay? And it's going to be, I'm going to show you where we're going to do it. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 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 So it sounds like this a little faster. So we'll slow it down. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So the first lesson we learned is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The second one is 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Next one is 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And all I'm doing is just pulling up, just playing it, just pulling my finger back. I have my hand in the claw. My fingers are all ready to go with the strings we're going to hit. They're already in place. They're just resting on those strings, waiting to just get my thumb out of the finger out of the way. That's all I'm doing. Two and 3 and 4. 1, 2, and 3 and 4. Okay, we're going to add one more note here, and it's going to be this finger right here. 1, 2, and 3 and 4, and 1, 2, and 3 and 4, and 1, 2, and 3 and 4, and so a little faster it sounds like this. 1, 2, and 3 and 4, and 1, 2, and 3 and 4, and 1, 2, and 3 and 4, and. Okay, so practice that. And now I'm going to show you a chord to play with your left hand. We're going to use 2 fingers on the left hand here to make this chord. It's almost a D chord, okay? But we're only going to do it with 2 fingers because this is really easy. And on the 3rd string, I want you to take your index finger and press right here, okay? So down below, I want you to just go ahead, play that note. It shouldn't sound buzzy. Your finger should be right below the fret. Okay, here's the fret right here. You don't want to be on it because it will mute the string. Okay, you want to be just below it. You don't want to be down here because it'll be buzz. You want to be right below the string, right below the fret. Okay, so go ahead and with your right hand hit the 3rd string with your thumb. With your left hand, press right here.
Okay, that's A.
Now my thumb is back here like this, holding the guitar. I have my thumb right here. So I'm kind of making an arch to be able to hit that note. Okay, so there's one more finger we're going to use. We're going to use the ring finger. Okay, we're not going to use the middle finger on this. We're going to use just the ring finger. And we're going to go to the 2nd string, 3 frets up. By the way, that other one was just 2 frets up. Count it like this. 1 fret, 2 frets. The next one is 3 frets up. 1, 2, 3. We're doing with our ring finger, okay? So on the 2nd string. And then down here, I'm just going to, with my ring finger here, just making sure it sounds okay. So then what we're going to do is we're going to put that together, and I want you to just go like this, starting on the 4th string. Remember, this is 6, 5, 4. Just strum down. Okay. So now that picking pattern, let me just adjust this camera a little bit. That picking pattern, let me do this. Okay, sounds like this. If we just hold that chord and we just play that picking pattern that I just showed you, it sounds like this. Okay, so this finger's not doing anything. It's just these two fingers right here. Okay, so let's just go back and review the lesson real quick. It's 1. Review the lesson with holding this chord down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to add this one note, an and. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Now we're going to add another note. This finger right here, the middle finger. 1 on the first string. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Now we're going to add one more note. We're going to hit this second string twice in here. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay? So practice that. Go back and watch this video again. Practice it. And then after you're done, I want you to go to the link below in the description there, and I want you to click on the link because I want you to continue with more guitar lessons, okay? So click on the link below and we'll get started with more guitar lessons after you get this down, okay? We'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Kitten. Maybe I should just call him asshole. this little man who's causing so much trouble. I don't know if y'all can see it. Nah, too much contrast. Too bright. Doesn't work that well. You left me lots of scratches. Teach you how to play. All right, the dog's in his kennel. The kitten is in the other room.
Welcome to Beginner Fingerstyle Guitar Lessons. This is lesson number 2. If you haven't seen lesson number 1 yet, go to the link below, take that lesson first, and then come back here. Let's get started with lesson number 2. Okay, so if you recall in our last lesson, we learned this picking pattern starting on the 4th string. Okay, so I hope you've been practicing. And then we learned a form of a D chord, which was this. I should keep this finger out of the way to just show you what I'm doing. Now you shouldn't play it like that. You should have, this finger should be up here or something. Or just, out of the way for right now. We're eventually going to learn this. Okay, now a couple of people have written in to me and they said that their hand is hurting back here. Well, if your hand is hurting, that means you're doing it wrong, okay? So a couple of things that could be wrong. If you're having a lot of tension in the back of your hand here, you've got to make sure that you're holding your hand correctly, your left hand. So this should be, your thumb should be down here, okay? And your fingers should be right below the fret, okay? So I'm not really pressing that hard, okay? If you're really pressing and digging in, that means you're doing it wrong, okay? The further away from the fret for the notes that I'm trying to do, you have to end up pressing harder to get the notes out, because what's making the note play is by fretting it just below the fret. Okay, so if you're pressing really hard, that means you're doing it wrong. Okay, so nice and easy. The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to go and learn another chord. Okay, so I said in the last lesson this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, string 6. On the 4th string we're going to go with our middle finger and we're going to go up 2 frets and we're going to play that note. Okay. And then with our ring finger, we're going to go up 2 frets on the 3rd string and play that note. We're going to try to play them together, okay? Now, when you put your fingers together here, my fingers are fat, and everybody's usually are. It's impossible to get both of your fingers right below the fret. So this one right here, your middle finger has to be back here a little bit. But if you have your hand in a good position, nice and relaxed, no tension, and you just strum this from the 4th string all the way down. Very pretty chord. Now, the reason I'm teaching you these particular chords is because what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you a song that I learned when I was just starting out playing, and it's really pretty. And you're going to be able to do it because they're very easy chords. So now, with that picking pattern that we originally learned, and this is from, let me just try to get this camera situated here. If you recall, we had the D chord, we were forming the D chord. And that was going from the 4th to the 1st string. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take our hand and just move it down or up 1 more string, starting on the 5th string and ending on the 2nd string, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to do that same exact pattern, only instead of being here, it's right here. Okay? No chord on the top yet. Now, if you haven't practiced that pattern that I showed you, go back to lesson number 1 below again and work on that pattern first. And then when you're, you can play it, it would be this. When you could play it fairly fast, like that tempo, maybe even a little slower is fine, then come back to this lesson, okay? But important that you get that picking pattern. So that's in a trillion songs, okay? So all we did was we moved this over to here. Okay, so now with our left hand, we're going to go and play that chord that I just showed you, which is both fingers up 2 frets on the 4th and the 3rd string. The middle fingers on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and the index finger, the ring finger, is on the 3rd string, 2 frets up. Okay? And it's a form of an A chord. Okay? Very pretty. So if you play that pattern holding that chord down, it sounds like this. Real slow, I'll do it. Okay, so that's it. Practice that lesson. There's going to be more easy beginner fingerstyle guitar lessons coming up. So get this lesson under your belt, and by the time you've practiced it, I'll have made the next video for you. Okay, so take it easy, good luck, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Well, I think that's enough for me for one evening. I gotta go feed the dog.